Shut up, Mayegun don't come, Mayegun don't come, man of the masses. Mayegun don't come, Mayegun die the political. Mayegun don't come, this one not day off in mind. Mayegun don't come, person where they do evil, no one make person talk. Them say that Mayegun, that man too they talk. He too they talk. Say Mayegun diary, he dey hot like pepper. But every day, then they take money in bulk. Woman picking, they the street they hawk. Still them talk say, make we no talk. But thank God say, Mayegun don't come. So my people make you loud, Mayegun don't come,
Hello there.
Mayegun làwa mọ̀, làmọ̀ tó dodo. Mayegun làwa mọ̀, làmọ̀ tó dodo.
Good morning to you, good afternoon to you, and good evening to you from wherever you are joining me from. Okay, from wherever you are watching. It is Mayegun live.
Àṣírí ọ̀dẹ̀lú kì í kó níbẹ̀ o.
Season 2 or Season 1, Episode 2, Ebimbawa 2.0 protest took place in Ibadan yesterday. Or is it today? The poor people have printed banners. They have printed flyers. They've also printed, what do you call that thing that you carry about? Anyway, they are out there telling everybody that Tifnumbu must go the second time. Share this broadcast as it has now become known that our local has now changed to any con no more, any bad no more. And whatever it is that you are going through in Nigeria right now, I have family members going through this too, by the way. So don't think I am immune. And if you are living abroad, you are not in Nigeria, don't think you are also immune, except if you have chosen to lie to yourself, living in denial. Whatever you are facing in Nigeria right now, consider it as a child's play to what you are still going to face. I will tell you why. The only way you can possibly escape what is coming to you, like I told you, if you don't kill APC, APC will kill you, but slowly. They'll take everything from you until you are 6 feet below. I promise you. If you think they are going to have a break, oh no, how wrong are you? So today, again. Now, good morning to you once again, and good afternoon to you. Good evening to you as well, from wherever you are watching. It is Mayegun, and this is live. For those who are watching it live, the Nigeria Naira under Tifnumbu has now been declared for the third time as the worst performing currency in the whole world. The abracadabra is over. The pretense and the voodoo economy is catching up. The abracadabra is over. Cardo B, as well as Wale, Eduns, because he's actually a dunce man. Not dunce in the sense that they don't know how to steal, but they pretend to, or they kind of put up an appearance or put up appearances in the public to make the gullible morons believe that these guys actually have something upstairs when they don't. Me, Mayegun, the general overseer of the Temple of Truth, where information are not, no matter how little it is, they are not ignored. And because we could piece together all of their actions and their inactions, it's so easy to actually predict the end goal of all of their actions. And over time, again and again and again, I have been proven right. A lot of people think we are just, skeptical people. We are doubting Thomases, the Abobakus, the Oshogbo Alimanjiris, the voluntary slaves, the bastards, the bad idiots. They decided to go about the what is an available fact. They wanted to go around it by following fictions, unproven fictions. Then, because we disagree, a lot of us kind of just remain adamant, like, we want something good for you, at least even if it's going to be a break you need from these criminals, of course. But we're not going to pretend a lie is true. So they called us unpatriotic. In fact, they accused us of people who are always happy when bad things happen to Nigeria. But guess what? These are guys who are upset with people that won't buy APC lies. They are upset with us, okay? That our wishes are bad wishes for Nigeria, not that we are reacting to the incompetent, inefficient, and illegitimate criminals parading themselves and making decisions that is affecting millions of people. They are not angry at Ifnumbu. They are not angry at Ekadobi, Oduduwa, Emefiole. These guys are not angry with Tifnumbu for God's sake. They are angry that we will not buy the lies. And like the case of a child, of a young boy who went to farm with his father, okay? So as they started walking, early in the morning, this young boy screamed, "Papa, Papa, I have found a snail." And the old man was like, "Oh, lucky you. Keep that snail. We will use it to pray for you. I will use it to pray for you. Appease your creator." By the time it was evening, the young boy has already told his dad that he caught more than 5 snails. The last one, the biggest one. And guess what his father told him? If truly you have that biggest snail, definitely your creator, Eledai, is behind you. Your creator is behind you. Therefore, we will use the biggest snail to pray for you when we get home tonight. So fast forward to when they got home. The father called the son. "My son, please come over here. Could you please go back in and bring that the biggest snail you caught this evening at the farm? Before I retire to my bed, I want to pray for you." And the young boy just burst into a laughter. "Papa, I was only deceiving you. I didn't catch any snail. Oh. I was only pranking you." The old man looked at him and said, "Wow, no, you did not prank me. You did not deceive me. You actually deceived your own creator." That's exactly what APC, Egbekegbe, represents. It is either they are out there spreading fake news. I'm talking about government releasing official statements official announcement that is actually pure fake news, or they are pulling numbers from the thin air that they can never back with anything. Okay? You floated Nigeria Naira. Yes, because that was the condition given to them by the IMF, World Bank, and so many other lenders that are giving them money, since investors won't bring their money to a narco state. Listen to me, all right? This is your reality now. You may be telling yourself something different, but this is your reality now. Nigerians, the rest of the world knows your president. I am talking about Kolu, the Jaga Wiri, the Jaga Addicti, the Jaga Banditi, Aṣíwájú ẹ̀yin olè, Aṣíwájú ẹ̀yin agbèrò, Aṣíwájú ẹ̀yin one chancers. I'm talking about those of you who are like their ass leakers, as what do you call it, crumb chasers, crumb eaters, all risers. Ladies and gentlemen, the point here is this, okay? The world knows the Jaga addicti. They do, and they will deal with Nigeria carefully. Businesses are folding up. Jobs are packing up. Inflation, not just inflation you have in that place, so hyperinflation. But these guys goes about telling you that it is just baby walk. Everything is going to come together later. You are watching Nigeria breaking apart in pieces. A lot of you are waiting for a miracle, that maybe something will just happen. Or maybe Tifnumbusi has some, some surprise up his sleeves for you. You were hoping. Hope is here. I don't want to be the bearer of sad news, but I remember coming here that time that you cannot defend a currency by using your reserve or even borrowing money to defend your Naira when investments are not being made into the critical sector of your own economy. I am talking about improved power generation and distribution, safety, security. These are the things that if they had invested in them from day one, you could look up to something. Yeah, there could be something to look up to and say, okay, yeah, give it time. Let's give it till so and so. Ladies and gentlemen, the only thing you are waiting for right now is how hard, how bad it's going to get. That's the only thing you are waiting for. If you are there thinking, or somehow you are one of those doing that mental gymnastic in the sense that somehow you believe that the wishes of some people against Tifnumbu is the reason why Nigeria is not working. We know some of you are lunatics that way. I'm talking to those of you who still have your senses intact. It's going to get worse, okay? And this is not a wish. It is what these guys wishes on you. They went on, I was here. I said, they better have load of dollars. They better have loads of that dollars in billions. Because number one, whatever it is they are doing, we know that they are shorting your Naira, okay? They are the ones, like, they will say, oh, it's gonna come down tomorrow. We're going to pump some dollars into it, okay? So buy some, all right? So buy some and save it. So we're going to release some dollars again tomorrow, maybe about $300 million. So if you can put your act together, we can get at least 250 million of that for you. But we're going to tell them that we gave the money to the Burundi change in order to control. So by then, they can suddenly say, oh, Nigeria Naira to dollar is now 1,100. But when they make all those announcements, they were actually paying their friends, officially releasing the dollars to their friends, not to the real actors in the economy. Not the real businessmen and women, the importers, the exporters, those who actually uses the dollar, okay? But the announcement is going to be, oh yeah, Nigeria Central Bank just released some dollars, $65 million to the Burundi change. And everybody will now say, oh, the Nigerian dollar, Naira is now, dollar is crashing. But yet, basic commodities remains unchanged or almost no impact on them at all. And that is what you are really dealing with. Food inflation. What is causing food inflation? Insecurity, importation, high tariff on importation, poor production, local production. These are the reasons why you are having food inflation. God, I'm not an economist, but I'm somebody who knows that if I put 100 pounds in my pocket, I know the value of that 100 pounds. The moment that value of that 100 pounds is no longer guaranteed, I will become worried because that means I'm about to become poor. In Nigeria, the criminals in charge are making policies that are pretty much like a criminal gang up against you. So using the name of Nigeria, they want to defend your Naira, using the name of Nigeria to go and borrow money at ridiculous conditions. Ridiculous conditions. There is this video I want you to watch and pray for me that I won't be sanctioned for playing you this video. This is like, a sort of a political drama sort of presentation, okay? The guys in this video, they are actors, right? MSNBC in the US, okay? So what they usually do is that they bring things up as like a debate in America, right? So these actors can take up any sort of personalities. They can be senators, they can be representatives of congressmen and all that. But the point I want you to listen to here is this. Alan had this to say about taxation for the third world, poor countries in Africa. Now, this is just so you have an idea of everything that APC represents and why they are currently doing everything to make sure that you are all registered into one name or another organization so that when they want to take money from you, they can have a direct source to take it from you. Everybody will register. You are currently battling with a cybersecurity, what is it called? Cybersecurity levy, Abi. Eshima, you are still going to pay for oxygen levy. You are going to pay for trekking levy. You will pay so many levies under Tifnumbu to the point that you will understand that the trajectory of this IMF, World Bank, and the rest of them for you, for Africans, for Africa, is to keep you in perpetuity of poverty. Now, when you see your criminal leaders, who are opening up their 32 like a roasted goat, clapping, wearing suits and all of that to go and collect loans, then if I tell you who your enemies are, don't look at me twice, because I know who they are. But watch this first.
Nice idea, but it won't help. It'll just formalize the reality that poor countries can never repay their loans.
Senator, are you saying that you're opposed to debt relief for impoverished countries?
No, we should forgive the debts, but that's not going to help those countries very much.
Okay. What will?
Tax cuts. Some African tax rates are the highest in the world. In Tanzania, the 30% rate kicks in at $475 of income. Plus, they have a 20% value-added tax. It gets added to everything you buy. Those high tax rates make it impossible to build capital in those countries. So nothing gets built, not factories, not roads, not anything. Poor African countries have the lowest wage workers in the world. And yet a company like Nike, for instance, can't put a factory in one of those countries because of the oppressive tax rates. Taxes have killed any possibility of economic development. They've killed any hope of these countries ever helping themselves. And that leaves them completely at the mercy of charity and loans. And here's the worst part. You know why those countries have such high tax rates? Because of us. To show us that they can raise enough money to pay back their loans. But taxes can't raise any money if they kill the economies. So it turns out that The tragic, unintended consequence of our good intentions toward Africa, our kindness, is that we have encouraged those countries to lock themselves into a gruesome economic depression. If we don't urge those countries to cut their tax rates, they will never grow their economies. People will live lifetimes of unemployment. Disease will be rampant. Poverty will be permanent. And children will be hungry. And our charity will never be enough. Never. Nice.
Does that explain it? Right. Now, let me explain it to you in, layman language. Okay? The rest of the world giving Africa loans and grants. They now back those loans and grants with so many horrendous conditions. But they are intentional. We'll give you this money, but we're going to give, because we are not sure you'll be able to pay. We're not sure about your economic stability. We are not sure about your political stability. There is insecurity and all of that. So there's so much high risk giving you this loan. But we'll give you anyway. But it's going to be a so-so rate. Ridiculous rates that then behind it, in some places, the resources of these African countries are taken so cheaply. Loans are given to them at exorbitant, ridiculous interest rates and conditions, to the point that they started fingering the monetary economic policies of these African countries to fine-tune them in order to align with what you can call the easy robbery. But you see the criminals who are in charge of Africa, Nigeria in particular, as long as the dollar can flow in, who cares? They want that, I'll give it to them. Or they want us to, we need to prove to them that we can pay back the loan. So therefore, let us mount more taxes on our people. Okay? More taxes. Taxing poor people. It's only in Nigeria. I don't think they do that in anywhere else in the world. Mounting different taxes on businesses, to the point that it is no longer profitable to run your business in such an environment. And at the end of the day, businesses dies. Add that to other corruption and all that, okay? Businesses will die, jobs will be lost, people will kind of live in poverty. Generations will be born into poverty, joblessness, living from hand to mouth. But for these guys, who cares? Just give us money, man. You want us to prove to you that we can pay back? Okay, fine. Nigeria was servicing debt with 98% of our income. No money for anything else. Yeah, under Buhari, Nigeria was servicing debt. It's like you are generating 1,000 Naira and you are using 950 Naira to service debt, not pay debt, just to show to your creditors that you will pay. May they no worry, you will pay. May they just take this one, hold on. But your debt, your business is still there. Like somebody will go borrow Owolapo. But at the end of the day, still, they went on for you to know that that is the dream of these criminals, parading themselves as your leaders. Anybody, if you give them the money, just bring the papers, we'll sign. They went to go, see, Buhari borrowed $1.8 billion to share to poor people in Nigeria. They were giving poor people 5,000 Naira, according to them, in Nigeria. And $1.5 billion in 8 years was shared to poor people. Rather than take them out of poverty, more poor people fell into poverty. Under this Tifnumbu, he has already borrowed over $1 billion already. On top, say they won't share money to poor people. In fact, they borrowed listen to this one, 1.4 trillion naira, 880 billion, 520 billion. These two loans were taken between June and August 2023. The purpose was to share the money to poor people. First, they said they will give you 8,000 naira. Later, they said no, 12,000 naira. Later, they changed it to 25,000 naira. Mind you, this loan was written as money to be distributed to poor people in Nigeria. That's the name. That's the title of the loan. I don't know how many of you collect